Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone who's watching this video. My name is Nurul Nabila binti Zamri from Izzan FC Group, and today our group in this video our group will present about Google Drive phishing attack using SEToolkit. So for the introduction of phishing attack, phishing attack is one of the most well-known social engineering attacks and is commonly launched to steal the data of a user, for instance, their credit card number, login credentials, and password. So the modus operandi of phishing attacks usually starts with the attacker pretending as a credible organization or entity and tricking their victims into opening a message or an email. So the content of the message or email receiver will lead the receiver to a malicious link that can cause ransomware attack or sensitive information to be revealed. And this will later inflict damage for the victims of the phishing attack. So what is SEToolkit? SEToolkit, also known as Social Engineering Toolkit, is an open source and free Python cybersecurity tool used by security researchers, penetration testers, blue and purple teams from all around the world. So, SET offers multiple attack vectors and techniques such as phishing, web attack, and infectious media generator. So, SET, instead of targeting apps, SET uses humans as the main target of its attack techniques. So for Google Drive is a cloud-based storage solution developed by Google that allows you to save files online and access them anywhere from any smartphone, tablet, or computer. In order to access the Google Drive account, the user needs to log in using their Google account.
Okay, hi, I'm Iman. Okay, so for the required software, tools, and environment that we use is obviously Social Engineering Toolkit, SET. And in addition, the environment that we need are Kali Linux virtual machine and Windows 10 virtual machine. And for how to install SET, actually SET is already installed in our Kali Linux, but however, we can also download and install it from GitHub. As you can see, this is the step that we prompt using a command prompt. First, we need to write this command git clone and this URL, and then we write the cd SEToolkit and then pip3 install -r requirements.txt, and lastly python setup.py.
Hi, I am Aina Shifa and I will present steps to perform the attack between Kali Linux and Windows VM. First, attackers need to enter sudo to gain root access and then enter SEToolkit command at the terminal emulator to start the SEToolkit. Sudo commands allow attackers to run programs as another user, by default the root user. If your user is granted with sudo access, the sudo command is invoked as root. Running sudo and then typing the user passwords has the same effect, the same as running sudo and typing the root password. Next. Select number 1, which is social engineering attacks. Next, select number 2, website attack vectors. Next, select number 3, credential harvesters attack method. Next, select web templates. Next, machine IP address can be found when enter new terminal window and then configure ifconfig. Copy the IP address state in init field. Next, select Google. Next. Attackers will send the link to victim via email, and then victim will click at the click link, and then click link will navigate to the victim to the attacker's IP address. Next. Okay, this one. Next. The result of attacks. Attackers will gain email and password that enter by the victim. Since Google Drive can be accessed only when a user log in using Google account, all user credentials such as email and password can be harvested, and we can use the credentials to log in into Google Drive and steal all of information or documents inside the Google Drive. As a result, we can log into the Google account and act like we are them. Moreover, we can change the password so that the users are unable to access the Google account. It is also possible to hack their other applications that are related to their Google account, such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and change their password too. We also can gain other important information about the user, such as their phone number and home address. For further explanation, I will pass to Shamila, and she will demo for this attack. That's all from me. Thank you.
Good day to Dr. Izzan. My name is Shamila, and I'm going to show the demo of our attack. And for this attack, we are going to be need two VMs, Microsoft 10 for the target machine, and Kali Linux, which is the machine that we're using to perform the attack. So first, we're going to start off from the root. I'm going to type in SEToolkit. Then we're going to choose the first option, which is social engineering attack, and then second option, website vector attack, and third option, credential harvester attack, and first option, web template. And here we're going to need to type in our IP address, Kali Linux IP address, and then choose number 2, Google, as that is the template that we're going for. And now the fake website is running. And then we're going to send our phishing through email. Going to create a link. And then just paste the IP address of our Kali Linux. We've created this template and just send to our target's email. We actually have created an email that looks like the official support team from Google to make it look promising, and just click send. Okay, and now our target has received this email. When they click on this link, and we're using Windows 10 VM right now, they'll be prompted to this fake website with the IP address of our Kali Linux. And when they key in your login credentials, sign in. Okay, now when we go back to Kali, we have successfully captured our target's login credentials. And so from here, we can see that anyone can do this attack, since the steps are very simple. So yeah, that's all for the demo.
Okay, hi, I'm Mastura. I will present the steps to perform the attack from Kali Linux to Kali Linux. First step is you need to enter the command sudo su to gain the root access. And then it will prompt the password for Kali, and then you enter the password for Kali. Okay, next. Okay, next you need the attackers need to enter the SEToolkit command at the terminal emulator to start the SEToolkit. Next. Then select option 1, which is social engineering attacks. Next. And then select option 2 for website attack vectors. Next. Next, step 4 is select option 3 for credential harvester attack method. Okay, next, select option 1 for web templates, and then the attackers need to enter the machine's IP address. Okay, next you need to select option 2 for Google. Okay, next, after you got the IP address, and then you need to, the attackers need to shorten the link for the IP address of the Kali Linux by using the bit.ly URL shortener. And then get the link for the website clone. And then the attackers send the link to the victim via the email. And then when the victim enter the click the link, the website clone link, and then it will show this website, which is the clone website from the shortened URL. Okay, this is the results of the attack. You can see here we got the email and the password for the when the victim enter through the website clone. Okay, then I pass to Izzan for the demo for the steps to perform the attack from Kali Linux to Kali Linux.
Okay. Hi, my name is Izzan Yusuf. So now I will demonstrate on how to do the phishing attack from Kali VM to another Kali VM. So the first thing that you have to do is to gain the access root by inserting the sudo su command. Then you press enter. Then it will ask for your root password, and then you enter your root password. And then now you can see that you have gained the root access. So now we can open the SEToolkit by inserting SEToolkit command. Okay, now the SEToolkit is on. And then you choose, select number 1, which is the social engineering attacks. And then number 2, website attack vectors. And then number 3 for credential harvester attack method. And then we choose web templates for this one. Right. Now the machine will ask for your IP address. So you just put the machine IP address, which is 10.02.15. And then it will ask about which template that we want to use. So in this case, we're going to use Google. So I insert 2. All right. So now what we have to do is to open the browser on the Kali, the web browser. All right. And then we're going to open the bit.ly URL shortener. Right, so the reason why I'm using bit.ly is that to change the IP address to a link, just to not make it look suspicious. 10.0.2.15, and then we shorten the link, and now you will get the link, and then you just copy, and then from now you can just try to write and send the email to your victim, and once they click the link that you just copy, let's say that the victim has clicked the link, so it will bring the victim to this clone page, and that which asks the victim to insert their email and password. So let's say this is my the victim's email and password, and then they try and then they click sign in. So then what will happen is that the Kali will get the email and password. As you can see here, this is the email that I insert in the login page and the password. So now I get the email and password, so I can so the reason why I'm using Google is that because Google is has a lot of services such as YouTube, Gmail, Drive. So with just one email and one password, I can
open and access all Google services account by just using the password, because for the Google services it uses all the same email and password. So that's all for my demo. Thank you.
Okay, so for possible mitigation, it is actually possible to mitigate a phishing attacks by staying vigilant and alert when receiving an email or text message. Usually, a fake email or messages may contain very subtle errors that shows their real identity. For example, misspelling. And therefore, users should consider and ask themselves why are they receiving those messages. Moreover, comparing the legitimate email addresses with the illegitimate ones is quite an obvious difference. It is because the original message has more straightforward content compared to the fake one. And usually fake messages always to frighten the victims to give their personal information. So, for example, they threatening to restrict victim account. So next, so actually users that have more awareness about the phishing attack can evaluate the pattern of the fake messages. So they will be more careful before clicking any suspicious link. So in a conclusion, people should read more about the consequences of phishing attacks. So by reading, it will enhance their understanding and awareness about this attack, because everyone is possible to be attacked and no one is exempt from cyber attacks. So that's all from us. Thank you.